Hey guys, Warren and Emma from Little Adventurers. Welcome back to our channel. This is the second video in a two-part series out in the Wheatbelt area. We've just come from the Helena and Aurora Ranges. So if you haven't watched that episode, I suggest flicking back, watching that one. Tonight, we're actually in Baladjie Rock. We're going to check out a couple of free camping areas. So obviously Baladjie Rock tonight, we're looking at an RSL property, an old abandoned property for the second night, close to Wave Rock. So we'll check out some pretty iconic WA landmarks and hopefully find some Indigenous rock art. So yeah, stick around for some adventures.
Baladjie Rock is a granite rock formation in the Wheatbelt region of Western Australia. It's around a 4-hour drive from Perth, or 364 kilometres, and it's a really awesome free camping area. We've picked up our campsite. There's actually a lot of sites to choose from, so you can drive pretty much around the rock, and they're just sort of dotted on this side of the rock, which is where we are, but also the other side of the rock too. So there's an abundance of campsites. If you want to be near where the toilets are, there's again a number of sites there too. We opted to move away from the toilets to a little bit more of a remote spot, so pretty happy with our choice. It's nice and flat, grassy, yeah, and it could be a really big site for if you were coming with a group. We're obviously not, so yeah, we got set up and we're gonna have a little wander up the rock. We made it to the top of the rock and we've got lots of water up here.
You can swim in this one. Dive.
Yeah, it is deep, isn't it?
That's where you can have your bathe. You can wash in there tonight. That's a shower. That's where you're having a shower tonight.
So this was our first choice of campsite. We actually pulled in here, looked around, and we were like, oh, this is really cool around here, but it's still early in the day and the sun has already pretty much gone behind the rock. So we were like, oh, let's go around the other side and see if we can get like a sunset on the actual rock. But we're coming back through here and we're like, damn, it's cool through here. I don't know.
So while we've been having to walk around the rock, and I've gone up in to have a look at this little sort of caved area, people have scratched stuff onto the rocks, like scratched their names, and almost, it's basically just graffitied the rock. Like, obviously people that do that don't watch YouTube videos, but if you do happen to watch a YouTube video and it happens to be ours, and you've scratched something into a rock, what are you thinking? It's ridiculous. It is. It's absolutely ridiculous, don't you think?
Please leave us a comment and let us know why you felt the need to do that.
Yeah, actually do. But anyway, I just don't get how, you know, even our campsite here at Baladjie Rock, there's, you know, people have left rubbish. There's like some matting there, like some carpet. People have left like bones and everything all near the fire. I don't know. Yeah, I get that these are really public places, so you're going to get your bad eggs, but man, I just don't get it, because it's such a beautiful, pristine place. But anyway, the walk around the rock is actually cool. We've walked over the top and now we're making our way around the base. But yeah, good walk and very interesting.
We've through the campsite, look.
And by the way, look, this is the campsites, guys. So all through this area here, all camping zones, and the toilet block was like just back there, like 50 meters, and you obviously got the whole rock here, which is really nice. Yeah, and as we came in here, I reckon I counted like 5 or 6 cars. So turns out now everybody's gone. So we actually drove around the other side of the rock to get away from people. And funnily enough, isn't it always the case? Someone's parked up next to us, like 50 metres away, and now on this side there's not a soul. So
and if you watched our Elk Budding Rock video, which was a couple of years ago, the exact same thing happened to us.
Yeah.
We left the campsite and found like a really secluded spot, and then some people came in and parked right next to us and then set a tree on fire.
Yeah, but karma to that guy for not sort of you know, giving out the good camping etiquette, which is give some of your fellow campers a bit of space, as he drove his ridiculously large van into the stupidly small spot next to us. He blew out a tyre going over a tree stump. So yeah. Karma will always get you, people. It's always there. Anyway, we're just walking along next to the lake. There's the lake out there. Can't really see it very well on the GoPro, but anyway, that's the lake, and this is our track around to camp. We'll get back to camp and probably chill out for a while.
Tell us what you're making.
Oh. I'm making a pumpkin damper. So the story goes is that we're making curry tonight, and we forgot the rice. So, but also Emma's meal, we're making a stroganoff tomorrow night. Also forgot the pasta for that. So we're gonna have to go shopping tomorrow. Because nothing was open today, but we thought what we'll do is we'll make a damper and like soak up curry sauce with a damper, which sounds really nice. But before we left home, Emma had the foresight to throw in the fridge. We actually had some roasted pumpkin from one of our meals at home. We threw that in the fridge. So we've just worked that in, and it's looking a treat. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Perfect. Slit down the middle. Perfect little damper for 2 of us.
Sunset drink spot.
Good posse.
Yeah, look at it.
Hey guys, we've just been, sorry, a little bit rushed. We've just decided to get dinner on, so I'm doing Harry Fisher's Thai green curry. So I watched the YouTube video and I didn't bring the book. I actually have the book at home. But anyway, so I've browned off an onion. I've put in about 3 or 4 tablespoons of Thai green paste that we brought along. And I've done about 1.5 cans of coconut cream, and I've let that all sort of cook through, settle in a little bit. Now Harry Fisher suggested palm sugar, but we also realised we didn't bring a grater, so I'm just gonna knock off like, oh yeah, that's coming along pretty good. I don't know how much of this, but I'm just gonna knock off like a bunch of this. Oh, it's kind of sticky. I think I can hear a drone.
What?
Serious? Yeah, I feel like I can hear a drone. Nighttime droning, interesting. So I don't know how much palm sugar because I didn't bring the recipe book, and I tried watching his YouTube video, and in classic Harry style, he was just kind of like bunging things in there. So this should have been grated up, but I'm just thinking like, I don't know how much more I should do really,
That'll
but
do.
that's probably... I'll just knock the edge off this bit. Anyway, so we didn't bring a grater, but anyway, so this is the palm sugar going in. Give that... Didn't bring my... Oh, I'm going to just use this. So just mix that through. Beautiful. I'll pop the palm sugar on my thing. Alright, so we're going to do so a bit of fish sauce. Roughly about a tablespoon. So we're going to go... That looks about right. About a tablespoon. Not sure. Maybe needs a little bit more, but we'll see how we go. And then same thing, about a tablespoon of sweet soy sauce. That looks about right. Give this a mix up, and it's going to go back on the heat for a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh. And look at those little bad boys. They cook through easy. Look at that. Oh. Oh. Hard top. Perfect. I reckon we're done. Yep. I reckon it's good. It feels fluffy. Oh, here we go. Oh, hope it's good. Oh. Oh my God. I'm stoked. I'm so happy with the dish, and I'm actually so happy with campfire cooking this weekend. It's been awesome. So yeah, pretty happy with all of it really. Good.
Sweet.
Yeah, this looks yum. Tasting, we got to taste it, but that damper looks incredible. That might be the best damper I've done.
Let's tuck in.
Let's go. Righto guys, dinner's done. It was epic. So thank you, Harry, Fire to Fork. I watched the YouTube video and wrote the recipe down. Incredible. The Thai green curry was amazing, but the damper was absolutely awesome. We made like a pumpkin damper to go with it. That was just incredible. So what we're going to do is we've got a little bit of food left over, so I'm going to pop them in these little trays, and then we'll probably heat up those for lunch tomorrow on the road. So yeah, anyway, bloody awesome. Thai green curry, Harry Fisher, Fire to Fork. Go check that recipe out. And yeah, my little damper was just basically just flour and water, and then I mixed roasted pumpkin through it, and then added a little bit of almond milk at the end, and just made a nice little damper. Anyway, it worked out perfect. It was an amazing dinner. So yeah, we're going to sit by the fire and have a couple of drinks. Good morning. It was cold. I would say that was probably the coldest night on the trip. Even I thought it was going to be colder out at Helena's, but I think that was the frostiest. That was the frostiest morning.
Yeah, I didn't feel like we were cold in the swag though.
No.
But when we woke up, there's frost everywhere.
Yeah, there's frost everywhere. Yeah. And I did get up at 4:30 because someone left their
Left my
weekday work alarm on.
In the car, but it still woke us up.
Still woke us up.
Oops.
But it was a wild night here, I can tell you that much. We started with it started with a bit of doof doof from our fellow campers at about Oh, it wasn't that late. It was
No,
probably,
not late.
Like 5 or 6 p.m.
Yeah.
It was about a 5 or 6 p.m. doof doof.
Yeah, like techno music.
Techno. It didn't last long though, because then
The sun went down.
the sun went down, and then they were talking very loudly for a period of time, and then they went quiet. And I mean, like deadly quiet, right? For a couple of hours, we didn't hear a beep out of them, not even any music. And then we heard a drone go up.
In the dark.
In the dark.
At 8 p.m.
At 8
we were
p.m.
Like, what?
What's going on here? So anyway, a drone went up, and then a barrage of fireworks, and I'm not even kidding. It was like there was like, I don't know, at least 8 to 10 fireworks that got set off, like literally, like just there. And that lasted for 5 or 6 minutes, and then
the drone came in.
And then after that, they put on an outdoor movie, which sounded like it was maybe something like an older sci-fi movie, because there was like lasers and screams and
or like an old horror movie.
Could have been
like a Japanese style.
Or it could have been like it was an olden sci-fi Japanese horror movie. Anyway, it was weird as shit, and that went on for a while as well.
It was still going on when we went to bed.
Yeah, I fell asleep though. I didn't actually.
No, it wasn't like particularly loud.
We could just
really
hear it. Everything echoes off these rocks as well. So like even voices like echo off these rocks a lot. Anyway, it was pretty wild.
It was interesting.
We today are going to just chill with coffees, have some breakfast, but then we're pretty much going to pack up. Because we've got a few things we want to do. I'd like to go into Southern Cross because I'd like to sort out the chainsaw. I think it needs a new chain. So we're going to run into the store there and sort the chainsaw out. We do have some shopping to do as well, because we forgot
to get the pasta.
all the rice and the pasta and the oil and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to get that. And then we're going to make our way towards Wave Rock, because that's the plan. Wave Rock for sunset. We're not sure where we're going to camp tonight yet. I did have an old RSL property, like earmarked, that people have said is kind of cool, and you can stay there for free. It's like it's a free camp on Wiki. So I've got that marked, but we also have just been discussing we might even drop into the Wave Rock Caravan Park if it's not busy. And also you can walk to Wave Rock from the Caravan Park, and so we can walk up there for sunset and then like walk back down. So that way we're not like driving back to camp later on. Anyway, we've got a few options, but the best part is that we don't have any major plans. So it's all we're just going to wing it. Anyway, we'll get sorted around here, and we'll get back on the road soon. What's up, guys? So we have just done a couple hours driving from Southern Cross. We're down close to Hyden at the moment, so we're at the Mulka caves. We're going to go check out the caves in a minute. Got some pies for lunch from Southern Cross because we couldn't be bothered stopping and making a lunch. Yeah, but good little drive from Southern Cross down the gravel roads, cut off quite a bit of time, which was nice. So yeah, we'll go check out these caves, and then I think the plan is to just go drop in at the Caravan Park tonight. Just nice, easy night for our last night, and we can walk to the rock for sunset and stuff. So yeah, anyway, we're going to show you guys the caves in just a minute. So we're just inside Mulka's cave, which is about 20 minutes, I guess, north of Hyden. It's apparently one of Southwest Australia's largest collections of Indigenous artwork and painting. So a lot of hands printed in here. Some sort of sacred space for the Indigenous tribes of this area. And pretty cool because you can kind of come in through the cave here and look at the drawings and stuff like that, and then make your way up through a couple of different walks. We've actually been here once before, but it was so busy. It was an Easter long weekend and it was very, very busy. We were actually on our way to the Holland track that weekend, and yeah, right now there's really no one here. There's 2 cars in the parking lot, but we think they might be out doing the walks. So, but yeah, it's a really cool space in here. You can see, you go up just there behind me, you can start heading up. And there's all these sort of nooks and cracks that go in through the cave.
Somebody leaves their Coke bottle.
Yep, someone's left their Coke bottle, which is amazing. Another sign of stupidity that we keep on seeing through these areas. Yeah, really cool spot, and definitely worth stopping in to learn about the area. Just having a chill up the top of the cave. And I was saying earlier, I really think that that the Indigenous seasons, the 6 Indigenous seasons, are just bang on perfect with the way the weather system operates here, in, well, particularly in Western Australia, but in Australia. Amazing, and it makes absolute sense when you look at the rigid nature of just 4 seasons and trying to encapsulate our weather and our environment into 4 seasons, and then you look at the 6 seasons that the Aboriginals and the Indigenous people have. But yeah, cool to read how they used those 6 different seasons to like move through the land, and they knew when seasons were changing and they'd move on from certain areas where they'd find more food and more water. Yeah, really, really cool.
So we decided to come to Baladjie Rock Caravan Park. We're going to stay here the night. We've booked a powered site.
Emma's not that happy about it.
Well,
she's trying her
no.
best. She's trying her best. She's not happy about it. The thing is she's not happy because we went on the website and it said you could have a fire. We got here.
We bought wood. We went around Southern Cross trying to find wood.
Because obviously the chainsaw's chainsaw's dead now anyway. But anyway, long story. Bought wood and went on the thing. Said, "Yep, you can have fires here. All good. Come down here."
Booked it, paid it.
Booked it, paid for it. Lady was lovely, by the way, at the front counter. She was amazing. They were like very accommodating. Blah blah. And then I said, "Oh gosh!" After we paid for it, one last question: "Can we have campfire?"
No, we stepped out. We stepped out of the door, and we see a big sign.
Big sign says no campfires.
Literally smacked us in the face. No campfires. We're like, what?
Right. Okay. So it is freezing, by the way, out here. It's cold. Anyway, long story short, they do have a communal pit here. So and we've just been over, and actually that's actually surrounded by mallee root. So I think they'll put mallee root on the communal pit tonight, which I'm actually keen for.
Yeah.
And our site has got this big piece of turf on it, like a grassy turf. So don't have to put the floor out. We got showers, don't have to set shower up. That's the walkway up to the rock.
And we see the rock from here.
So all in all, it's actually really, really good. It's just sometimes we battle with like staying in caravan parks, like when we've come out for off-grid camping, but I feel like this particular trip, we were a little bit like, we were ruined by Helena and Aurora Ranges because the camping was so good and the off-grid camping was insane, that even last night we were like, this isn't as good as the Helenas, and now we're here in a caravan park. But sometimes it's just nice not to have to set up a shower unit. It's nice not to have to, like, we're going home tomorrow. It's actually nice not to have to do like too much. So anyway, I'm actually just going to enjoy it tonight. We're going to go heat up our food in the camp kitchen and everything.
Yeah, we're going to heat our food in the camp kitchen. We're going to have a proper shower. There's actually lots to do around here.
And by the way, we sound like we're complaining, but this is a beautiful park, by the way. The park is really beautifully laid out. The facilities are amazing. Staff at the front were so nice and accommodating, and they were lovely. And the rock is a really cool attraction. So yeah, anyway, we're not dissing it at all. We just like what we like. So that's just the way it goes. But we're going to do a quick setup and go for a walk.
Favorite job?
Yeah, it's not my favorite job, climbing on top of the car, getting swagged down. But Kaon, the Kaon, which is the same brand as we use on table, the Kaon brand actually have just released like they've got steps up the rear wheel, so you can strap it onto the rear wheel and it's like a series of steps. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get one because I have to put my feet on our on the boxes that we've made in the back and stuff, and I'm always worried I'm gonna break it, and there's actually just no other easy way of getting on the roof. So yeah, I think I'll get a Kaon step. It's gonna be my treat after this. Em and I just popped over to the cafe across the road from the Caravan park. For no particular reason, we just thought we'd just stroll in, and they've got an incredible visitors centre there, and then out the back we've just been walking around for the last half an hour and through a wildlife park that's out the back. It's huge, an abundance of birds and kangaroos. We saw a wombat really close up, which both of us said we've never actually seen a wombat so close. So there's like swamp wallabies, man, there's all types of stuff going on. It's actually really, really cool. So if you've got kids as well, actually, even if you don't have kids, because obviously we don't have Georgia with us, but like, yeah, you definitely come over and check it out. It's actually really, really cool. It's fascinating. So after checking out the wildlife park, we headed over to the resort just to have a quick look at Lake Magic and have a squiz at the salt pool that's there.
Oh, it's really cold. All right, we're headed to the top of the rock. We've got a couple of steps to get up there. Was steaming ahead.
Yep. There's a good point of having a backpack. You put beer in it at the top.
We were originally going to come up here for sunset, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a very good one. So we're just going to come and have a wander around, and was going to have a beer on top.
Cool, so we just got back from a nice little walk up the rock, pretty cruisy. Flew the drone around, snapped some pics, had a beer. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
it was nice. It was a good little walk.
Always good. Yeah, and I reckon there's heaps more to Wave Rock than just Wave Rock, because we had a great afternoon exploring the area. So
yeah.
I think it's worth coming out here and spending a couple of days. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna grab a couple of wines and go sit around the fire. Woo!
So we will probably see you guys tomorrow. Good morning from a very wet Hyden, Wave Rock. We are currently en route to Hippos Yawn. It's a 1.4 kilometer loop from the campsite, and we had a lot of rain last night, so the track is pretty flooded, so we're trying to navigate all this water. But it's super cool. We're actually loving it so far. We made it to Hippos Yawn, and the reason it's called Hippos Yawn is it looks like a yawning hippo. So we were talking to a family last night around the campfire who came here yesterday, and they said that you can crawl up through some of the caves inside there. I'm pretty sure that's where Warren's gone now. I won't be doing that, but he can go for his life.
Oh yeah, pretty slippery. Goodness. Up through the left, down through the right.
Excellent. What's up there?
Nothing, really.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's some stuff up there, like there's other more boulders and bits and bobs.
Interesting.
We went up in there last time. Oh, well, I did.
You
anyway.
did. I didn't. Well, we finished at Hippos Yawn and we headed straight back to camp, packed up and left the caravan park, and we're now making our way home to Perth. One thing to note is if you do want to go and visit Wave Rock and the Hippos Yawn, that you do have to pay, it's $12 entry fee per vehicle if you want to access those two tourist spots. But if you are staying in the caravan park, then it is free. So this marks the end of our Wheatbelt trip. We've had such a great time. We've said it before in numerous videos that there's so much to see and do out here. So please get yourself out to the Wheatbelt, check it out, check out all of these great places, and we will catch you in the next one.